I made 100% on LVMH and 70% on Coca-Cola by just following the simple 3-step method. I call this method the TSC method, and I've been practicing it for years, and it basically allowed me to go from not making any money with trading at all to now making 170% in just a couple of months. In this video, I basically want to give you the exact blueprint of how you can also go ahead and use the TSC method, how I've been able to spot Coca-Cola and LVMH, and just a general breakdown of how I trade on a day-to-day basis in my free elite trading community. Now, if we look at the TSC method, this is basically the method which allowed me to make plus 70% on Coca-Cola and plus 100% on LVMH. And you can see I did this just within a couple of months. It's nothing too complicated. There are 3 major benefits of trading the TSC method, and as I mentioned, I will also share with you how I used the TSC method to find exactly the setup on Coca-Cola and on LVMH. Benefit number 1, if you're looking at the TSC method, is clearly that it helps you to find only the best setups. Everybody basically struggles with that. Everybody takes setups back and forth, but the TSC method helps you to find only the best setups. It does this in 3 simple ways. First of all, it shows you only the setups with the highest win rate. We all know a high trading win rate is super beneficial when it comes to trading. You will simply have a lot more wins than losses if you have a high win rate. Second, the TSC method allows you to then find the setups which have the highest risk to reward ratio. So you find setups with a very high win rate and with a very high risk to reward ratio. Now, what's the third thing? Because win rate and risk to reward ratio is basically almost everything, but you will also find setups which do have the lowest volatility. There is no point in having a 90% drawdown before then your position actually melts into profit, because this just messes up your psychology. So high win rate, high risk to reward ratio, and low volatility. Second benefit of actually trading the TSC and using the TSC method is that you actually spend less time looking at charts. Super beneficial, because a lot of people overdo on chart time. They think that they have to look at charts basically 10 hours every single day, otherwise they will not be able to make money. The truth is absolutely different. TSC helps you to spend less time looking at charts. Also right here, 2 very simple ways. First of all, less things can simply go wrong if you're looking less at charts. The odds in your trading are most of the time stacked against you. You all know the metrics. 90% of people lose money. And if you spend less time looking at charts, you will also do less stupid stuff. And second benefit is that you have more time to focus on making money apart from trading. I've been preaching this literally for the past couple of years. If you eventually want to make substantial gains with trading, it's super important that you focus on making money apart from trading. This is basically the number 1 reason for why people are not able to achieve their trading goals, because they think that they can all do it with their trading account, but instead you have to focus on making money apart from trading. And if you spend less time looking at charts, you simply have more time. Third and final benefit, which I want to cover before we immediately look at LVMH and Coca-Cola, is that with the TSC method, you will exclude all of your emotions. Every new trader struggles with emotions, but the TSC method helps you in 2 different ways. First of all, it allows you to only decide rationally. This basically goes hand in hand with spending less time looking at charts, but following the TSC method will help you to only make rational decisions. And second, you are not trying to get rich quick. The TSC method basically excludes all emotions and therefore helps you to have a realistic view of trading. You're not trying to make $1 million in the next, I don't know, for example, 1 year. You do have realistic expectations, and this is a third benefit of the TSC method. Now, you might be asking, asking yourself right now, what does TSC stand for? And this is where the strategy now comes into place. First of all, we do have the T of TSC, and the T of TSC stands for trend. The trend is your friend until the end. Let's immediately go to the chart and I will show you what I mean. Let's immediately start with the LVMH trade. And again, this is basically also exactly the way on how I trade on a day-to-day basis in my free elite trading community. First link in the description, by the way. But first, we do have to look at the T. We do have to look at the trend, and we need to determine the overall trend. On LVMH, you can see, let's just do some simple technical analysis. We do have the creation of higher highs and higher lows, which is the nature of an uptrend. Therefore, when I was looking at LVMH a couple of months ago, I was only looking for longs. You have to trade with the trend until the end. And then we do have Coca-Cola also right here. When I was looking at Coca-Cola chart, you can see that overall Coca-Cola clearly creating higher highs and higher lows. We do have uptrend market structure, and therefore I was only looking for longs. Then we do have the S, and the S is basically the most important part of the entire TSC method, because S in this case stands for structure. You're looking for market structure. You're looking for significant rejection levels where market is likely to reverse. Then you're just simply drawing some beautiful colored lines on the chart, and you do have your S. Again, looking first of all at the LVMH trade. In this case, you can see we have two significant structure areas. The first one is a horizontal structure at $600 around this level. Why? Because you can see we had a first rejection, we had a second rejection, and we had a third rejection. Let's actually use a permanent line in this case. You can see it's just a simple horizontal support. And then we also have a diagonal support zone. Again, just looking for crazy reversal levels. We have a significant rejection right here, a significant rejection right here, and a potential significant rejection right here. In this case, let's just go ahead and connect all of these super strong reversal levels, and voila, we do get a rising trend line. Looking at Coca-Cola, also right here, we do have to look at the S, we do have to look at market structure. Market structure, pretty obvious, pretty simple and straightforward, just looking for major reversal levels. You can see that basically for a couple of months in a row, Coca-Cola always rejected this $64 level, so this is clearly previous resistance, which now after the break towards the upside is turned support. Then we also do have a structure zone down here, but this is not relevant for the actual trade. And the final structure, voila, also on Coca-Cola, just connecting this previous significant reversal level, this previous significant reversal level. And if we actually zoom out a lot, we can even use the significant reversal level of 2009. We do get this beautiful rising trend line, just connecting all of those previous significant reversal levels. Final step of the TSC method is the C, and the C basically stands for confirmation, because trend is important, structure is important, but you should never go ahead and just close your eyes, press the button and pray that this will be a profitable trade. You always have to wait for confirmation. Confirmation is super important because it basically just shows you a smaller time frame shift of momentum indicating a reversal. Obviously, if a market is dropping, you don't want to jump straight into the water. You want to wait for some kind of reversal, some kind of bullish confirmation before you enter a trade. Starting again with LVMH, I will not go down on the smaller time frames because this is exclusively part for elite traders and investors. But if we just look at the monthly time frame and we fast forward, you can see that LVMH is slowly starting to reject this confluence of support. That's exactly the reason for why I decided to enter this trade at this confluence of support. Just a simple long position right here, trying to catch a reversal towards the upside. Fast forward just a couple of months, and just within a very short period of time, LVMH then actually rallied approximately plus 30%. I played this one with options. My options hit a profit of plus 100%. Again, going back, you can see I bought for 95 cents. I closed out for €1.96. So 2x within just, if you look at the time frame, 2 months. Looking at Coca-Cola, finally, also right here, we had a lot of previous resistance, which after the break towards the upside was turned support. That's exactly the reason for why after we saw bullish confirmation and a little bit of rejection, I decided to enter a long position. just at this confluence of support, we also had a very bullish candle closure on the higher time frames, and this month alone, Coca-Cola up 12%. If we quickly again look at the screenshot of my trading account, you can see that right now options are in a profit of plus 77%, and I entered this position just approximately 1 month ago. There you basically have it, guys, the super simple TSC method, which allowed me to make plus 70% on Coca-Cola and plus 100% on LVMH in just a couple of months. If you want to see how I trade the TSC method on a day-to-day basis, just go ahead and click the first link in the description. Join the free elite trading community. I share breakdowns, setups, and recaps all for free in there. With that being said, you will never make substantial gains with trading if you don't focus on making money apart from trading. I will see you in my free elite trading community. Keep your long-term vision.